Well, good Monday morning. Well, actually, it's early afternoon, and I'm getting going here out for a walk with Hank and Naylor. Back from the weekend. It is August 3rd, 2026, and it's a little wet out here right now. It hasn't rained that I've seen today so far, but it did rain a little bit overnight, and we had a couple downpours after I got home yesterday afternoon. Trip to Pennsylvania was quick, but it was a nice trip, and we had a safe trip back. Got back in the early-ish afternoon. Traffic in or south of Washington was its usual bad. We wanted to beat the later traffic, so we did manage to do that. But yeah, it rained a little bit. It is just amazing that we have. I've yet to see any of these ditches this summer with standing water in them. Happens a couple of times a summer after rain. That just tells you we haven't been that rainy here this summer. But yeah, there's not much in the ditches. But we did get some yesterday, and we're supposed to have some later. I mean, it's cloudy and it's humid, not hot, so I'm sure there'll be some showers, maybe a thunderstorm, but showers more likely as we go through the rest of the day. So, other than that, and the trade deadline ends today. Phillies have done a couple things, I guess, today so far, but I don't think they've done enough. I mean, you gotta, when they need a right-handed batter, that can be an impact player, they go out and get a second baseman. And I read where their plan is to put Harper in right field and put Bohm at first and Stott at third. It don't make any sense. If you're going to put someone in the outfield, put Turner out there, given his lack of playing shortstop with other than mediocrity at best, and put Stott at short and this guy, Reyes, I guess, at second. Keep Bohm at third. But they won't listen, and they still haven't gone after anything to fix their starting pitching. Looks like they got a couple relievers, but I still think they're underachieving in the trade department this trade deadline season. And of course, Skubal goes to the Dodgers, and it just shows what's wrong with baseball, and I get tired of it. But they'll pay for it in the future with all these transactions they make, and if they eventually sign him to a longer term deal, I'm sure they'll pull the same nonsense they pull with the other ones and defer all this money and whatever, or they'll try to, unless they enact a salary cap or do something different in the next contract. So, but they'll pay dearly. They have so much on the books for down the roads that it will crash and burn at some point. They won't be able to sustain it and keep up with what they have to take care of with these contracts. So, but I just think it's bad for baseball, what's going on. And I'm not a big, I mean, if you're going to create a dynasty, create it the old-fashioned way, build the dynasty and stuff. Don't just go out and spend, because, that's what you can do. Have some players that have loyalty and have a farm system that, can produce young players and keep them, and you build a dynasty that way. At least that's how I believe. Instead of going out and buying one. I mean, they're nothing but the glorified Yankees of this era. Yankees did that nonsense back in the 70s. So, not to this scale. So, I just think it's bad for the sport. And I think all the stuff with salaries and contracts and TV contracts and things like that are bad for the sport. So, all the sports in general. So when it happened again, I mean, I'm sick and tired of these TV contract and the blackout nonsense. I, sit in there Friday evening, Phillies and Orioles, and trying to, I can listen to them on the Sirius, but happened to open Peacock. Oh, Phillies Orioles. Don't see that. I don't know the last time I saw either team available on Sirius. I haven't seen the Orioles at all this season on there, but I don't watch it. I don't get on all the time. But anyway, I happened to just get on. Oh, there's the Phillies Orioles game. So I go to click it. Instead of listening to it, I'll sit here and watch it. It's on Peacock. I'll watch it. Oh my. I click it. Blackout. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. You put the game on Peacock. It's not on the MLB network. It's not on the MLB package. It's not on any of that. It's on Peacock. And they cannot show that game because it's a local broadcast area. I'm just beyond belief. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And it's sickening, it's sad, and it needs to end. I'm tired of it. I don't know how you have a fan base when you treat fans in this manner. You put a game on Peacock. Like I said, it's not on MLB of any kind, network or anything, which is a paid subscription. I think it's MLB something. And it might be through ESPN, I guess. I don't know how it's done nowadays, but this is not the case. I am paying for it. I am paying for Peacock. It is advertised on Peacock to have that game. And I can't watch it. It is sickening. And it just needs to stop. So that's my rant. The Orioles lost 2 of 3 from the Phillies. Shortened game yesterday because of rain. The Phillies managed 2 wins out of the series, so maybe they're back on track, but now they're down, I think, 8 games instead of being 2 or 3, so they got to work themselves back in, and again, I don't think they have the team that will be able to do it. And the Orioles, well, they're going to be mediocre through the rest of the season. So I haven't seen that they've traded any pieces away yet. So, and I'm not really sure who they'd be able to trade away at this point. I mean, Gunnar Henderson, no. Holiday, no. A couple of the other ones that are there. Alonso, definitely not. So, they really don't have a starting pitcher. I mean, they got rid of one, Creamer, but he wasn't that good. So, or consistent, but they really haven't gotten rid of any pieces, and they really haven't added anything. So they're pretty quiet. And I guess we're heading into probably the second week of NFL camp. And I believe the Hall of Fame game is this weekend coming up. I don't know who's playing, and I probably won't watch it. But we're getting closer to football with college and pro. So something to look forward to by the end of the month. And by then, it'll be definitive of whether baseball's worth watching or not anymore. And head to football. So other than that, I don't really have anything planned today. It's wet. We had a mouse that we had to take care of. It got, I believe, we had a mouse trap in one of our cabinets, and lo and behold, there it was. But it had gotten into our where we have snacks and pantry, and ripped open a bag of Fritos, I think, or chewed open bag. And then we had to clean out some things with the cabinet because there were little mouse droppings. That was done when I got home yesterday. So it's about the most exciting thing that has been going on. And we still have a couple dogs here, which when they come back from Chicago this Wednesday, they will be heading home by the end of the week. We'll be back to just Hank and Naylor. So, yeah, I don't have anything planned today. I got some message that I need to look at in the email, so I'll have to see what it's all about. I don't know, because of course I need to log on to something and I don't know my password. I have to go find it. It's in my book, but it's just the fact that I have to go do that. I could do it on my phone, but I don't like to do that. I like to do it on my computer if I can, where all my files and papers are. So, guys, will you keep moving? Let's go. Oh, my. These two get all tangled up. Hank is just a mess. But anyway, I don't think there's any other stuff going on. I'm going to try to work out here after I eat a little bit of lunch. And hoping for a quiet evening. Grandkids are here at least part of the weekend. But I wasn't around. But they went home this morning. But anyway, Naylor, I don't know if you're getting a run or not. It is awful wet out. I'll have to see if it's too wet or not. But it is humid and it's warm, but it's not hot. So, but anyway, that's about it. I don't think there's anything. Haven't played anything. Haven't thought about playing anything. So not really much to talk about there. And life is pretty calm at the moment on this Monday afternoon. So I'm going to go get a bite to eat. And maybe get Naylor a run here if I can. So the grass doesn't need mowed. It did rain, so I have a feeling by the end of the week I'll have to mow it again. But before then, I'm not going to do anything, and I'm still not lining up any projects. My son and I talked about his flooring project. I think we'll either try for next week or the following week. And get that worked on. He prefers a weekend, so we'll see what we can work out, but it's not going to be this week, so that's out. So anyway, Naylor needs his walk. He's looking pretty pathetic right now, and I will talk to you later. Have a safe day, and that's about it. Bye-bye.